Welcome to Coily Crowns. I'm Ashante.
And I'm Lori, and welcome to our Queendom.
Thank you to all our new subscribers. If you have not subscribed yet, be sure to click the subscribe button and like and share our videos. So this is February. We're still celebrating Black History Month. If you didn't see last week's episode, go check that out. February is known for a lot of things. It's also Heart Health Month. And so heart disease is the number one killer of women. So we do want to remind all our queens to make sure you go to the doctor and take care of yourself to protect your throne. February is also known for love. We just celebrated Valentine's Day. And for people that are single, dating during the pandemic has probably been an experience. So today we have a special guest, our friend Bridget, who was willing and gracious enough to come on and talk to us about dating during the pandemic. So thank you, Bridget, again for coming on.
No problem.
And our first question is, how has dating been during the pandemic?
Dating during the pandemic has been, I think it's probably been just as interesting as dating when it's not a pandemic. What I have found is that, because I do more online dating, there's a lot more people on now than previously, which is awesome. It's a new crop to pick from. But it's been different because you have to see where somebody's mindset is. Like, you should see where somebody's mindset is anyways, but definitely when it comes to how they're handling COVID, their thoughts in regards to what restrictions and things are in place. Like, if you're just like, oh, it's just fake, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. If you don't need to continue any further, you're not coming around me, and right. I'm not catching what you got. So,
and it tells you everything you need to know at that
point. Me everything. We don't need to talk about anything further. Have a good day, sir.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's been interesting.
And I know you're talking about that it's different than normal life pre-2020, but how have you found the people? Like, are they acting different than how you would if you would have like more face-to-face encounters? How is the over the phone or over the web kind of dealing in that dating space?
So I am of the mindset, before I take anything offline, I have to catch the right vibe. Like, you can't let everybody in your space. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't attach yourself to everybody's energy. So let me see, what's your energy like? Can we, you know what I'm saying, have, friendly banter? Do you have some sense? Can you properly communicate without us just being in person? Because what I find is that once you meet somebody in person, that lust starts to kick in. So you're not necessarily listening and paying as much attention to what they're saying, how they think on things. So it's like, when you take out that chemical reaction from being by somebody, they smell good, they look good, like, when you take that out, you really start to see who someone is. And I think it helps to slow things down and weed people out a little bit more.
Yeah, that's good. What's your preferred method of meeting people? Like, are you on any dating sites? Is it through friends that you know?
So first of all, none of my friends hook me up with anybody. I'm like, they all on blast. I put them on blast. Like, you don't know nobody, like nobody. I'll be on my brother like that. My brother, at least, he'd be like, you know what? I wouldn't even waste your time with that one. So I appreciate that.
Well, that's good. Right? Weed out those.
Yeah. And even with him, like, we went out one time. He's a biker. He's in a bike club, and we went out, and I knew who was appropriate based on how he introduced me. He would be like, hey, this is Bridget. He'd be like, he said, this is my little sister, Bridget.
Protect her.
Never mind.
He's a no. That was a no. But I like to do online because of the fact that I don't get out as often. And then when I am out somewhere, I usually have my son with me, and I don't feel comfortable yet having conversations with guys in his presence, or guys hitting on me in his presence. Like, I'll speak, but it's like, no, we're not doing all this exchanging numbers and things like that. And I don't know if that's the right thing or the wrong thing, but that's just my thing right now. So I do a lot of online dating. I've been on multiple different sites off and on. Sometimes you see the same ones on the different sites, and here's a new site to jump on. It's like, okay, let me get on that before, everybody find out about it. Let me see the ones that see if they serious or not. So I definitely do a lot more online dating. I'm not opposed to meeting people when I'm out. I don't get out much.
Yeah.
So
well, we are in a pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be harder to do that.
Right. It's even harder now. So yeah.
So you mentioned your son. So one of our questions was, how is it dating as a single mom? And then when do you think it's appropriate to introduce your child or your children, for parents to introduce their child and children to maybe someone that they just recently started dating?
So it's easier now dating, I think, as a single mom versus when he was smaller. I'm not the type of mom to just like kind of put him off on everybody all the time. And so it's like, you don't want to be gone every weekend or something like that trying to date. So it does put limitations and restrictions on things. I like to be upfront with people. Like, listen, you have to plan something with me. I can't do the spontaneous stuff at this point because I have a small child. I need to be able to make arrangements for him. And also, it sets boundaries with people. Like, you can't just pop up on me because no, like, this is my house. This is me and my son's home. Like, you're not going to be able to just do that. As far as when to introduce him to people, I'll let him see people from a distance. Like, if he's in the house and somebody stops by in the summertime, like, I'll go outside and talk and everything like that. But he's only met one person that I was dating, and they were extremely attached. And so I'm even more so cautious about introducing him to people or letting him see people on a regular basis, because I don't want him to develop an attachment to someone who potentially is not going to be there, for, an extended period of time. So I limit his interactions. And if he does see someone or we run into someone, then, it's never an introduction of, this is mommy's friend. Like, this is such and such, like, this is Bob, this is, whatever, that's their name, but it's like, this is not mommy's friend, but that's just who this individual is. So, yeah.
So with the websites and apps that you've been on, how do you weed out people? So you kind of alluded to some of it at the beginning. You have any other tactics that you use to weed out?
They weed themselves out most of the time. I mean, if you let them keep talking, it'll come out. It's not a lot that you can hide. Because again, it's like when you meet somebody in person, then you feeling them for different reasons. Like, you feeling them for more of some physical reasons. But when you actually have to have a conversation with someone and see how they respond, see how their thoughts on things, they weed themselves out. Like, I know y'all have probably seen some of my posts, my traumatic dating posts, my online dating posts about people crazy. People, they can't hide the crazy. It's in there. And it comes out if you are just patient enough to see. And then some people, you take a chance and you meet them or you talk to them outside off the website and everything like that. And, there are a lot of good guys out there. So it's not all the bad experiences or anything like that, but it's just, like I said, somebody's mindset. Like, are you guys aligned? As far as what you're looking for, what you're trying to do, what you want, and how you handle each other. I'm really big on how people try to handle me, and certain things I don't tolerate, like they're non-negotiables, and I understand what my non-negotiables are. So I don't even have to waste time because I've been doing this so long that I know what I will and will not deal with.
Okay. Tell us some of your non-negotiables.
One of my biggest non-negotiables is like ignoring someone. That's a pet peeve of mine, or like a lack of acknowledgement. So if I text you or you text me, let's say I'm dealing with a guy, and maybe the conversation died out. That's fine. We don't chat, we don't text for a couple of days. That's quite all right. But if I reach out to you and I say, hey, how are you doing? Do not come back to me 2 days later saying, hey, I'm good, I was busy. No, sir.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We touch our phones all throughout the day. We on the toilet, on the phone. You know what I'm saying? We eating dinner, we on our phone. You're constantly touching our phone. So if you didn't think enough of me reaching out to connect, if you didn't think enough of that for you to respond and say, hey, you know what? It's actually a really busy day. Do you mind if I give you a call tomorrow? Or anything like that. If you can't simply acknowledge it within 24 hours, don't bother me. Don't bother me. Like,
you don't have time.
And usually I try to be, I really try to be understanding of it. Like, okay, maybe they did have a lot going on. So maybe the first one I might let slide if I actually think I might like you. That second one, deuces, sir, this isn't going to work. I don't subscribe to that. Anyone being too busy, enjoy your time, enjoy your day. Like I'm done. So
gosh, I understand what you mean. You got to be able to cut them off quick because nobody has time to waste nowadays. So we're going to try to get up in your business. You can decline if you want to.
Okay.
But can you tell us one good dating experience and one bad one?
So my thing is, I like to have fun. Like, can we have fun? So if I meet someone to where, the vibe is good and we can kick it, we can hang out like homies, like that's good to me. That's not wasting time. Like, and then if it doesn't end up working, then that's fine. It didn't work, but at least I was able to have a good time. I can say a recent experience, this is nothing against people who have special needs, but I really think this guy has special needs. We met up and we went to IKEA. Just something so it's like no pressure, whatever, let's hang out and everything like that. So, IKEA takes forever to get through. So that gives you time to talk.
Yep.
So
that's a good one.
We talked and everything, right? That I'm like, this might be my spot now.
Yeah. You still get dinner or something. Together? Yeah, you can get some from the cafe.
Yeah. Listen, IKEA, it might be my new spot to weed them out. So we walk around, we talking, we vibing, we starting to understand each other a little bit better because texting and talking on the phone, it wasn't really working well for us. So vibe is good. It's like, okay, fine. We make it to the front, I'm checking out with my little plants and everything. And it's like, hey, do you, are you hungry? You want to go get something to eat? He's like, yeah, we can do that. So where our IKEA is, it's outside of Milwaukee. Like it's still like everybody would still consider Milwaukee, but it's outside of Milwaukee. If you keep going further south, like then you get to like Outlet Mall and other restaurants and things like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like since we already this far, do you want to go to Cheddar's? Like, because there's not one in Milwaukee. Do you want to keep going further down and let's go to Cheddar's? She's like, yeah, I don't know where that's at, but I'll follow you. Cool, fine, follow me. This man, he follows me out the IKEA parking lot. He's following me down the interstate. He pulls up next to me on the interstate. And I'm like, what is he doing? Like, you're supposed to be following me. Like, so what are you doing? So I'm looking. I'm like, okay. So then he, backs up. Then he comes up next to me again. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So then he comes around. He comes on this side of me. I'm like, what is really going on here? Like, what is the problem? So then all of a sudden he takes off past me and then cuts off and gets off the interstate. Okay. So I'm like... I'm in the middle lane. So I'm like, okay, let me get off on the next exit. I'm trying to call him. It's going straight to voicemail. He tried to call me. It rang once, whatever. I'm like, all right, I got off. I drove to my mama's house. Like, okay, but what I'm not about to do is waste my time. Right, my mama barbecued. Let my mama barbecue today. I'm gonna
say you still hungry, right?
You already had
still
plan
love
B.
it.
Plan B was set up.
Like, don't play with me. I got backup plans. So I go to my mom's house, and maybe like 40 minutes later, he calls and he's like, "Oh, I followed the wrong car out the parking lot."
Wait. He was behind
No.
you, came
No,
beside
sir.
you.
You followed me out the parking lot. He's like, "Oh no, you were going so fast. I didn't think that was you." All right, I'm at my mama's house. I'm watching a movie. I've never talked to him again. I don't know what to do with that. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Oh my God.
What am I supposed to do with that? So that was a bad experience, and that was a recent bad experience too. But yeah, there's some good ones. Don't get me wrong, there are good ones. I don't want to discourage anybody from online dating. There are some good ones. There are some out there that want to find someone, but it's just like in the regular world. Like, you remember being in the classroom at school, like it was some kids where it was like, okay, and this other kid's like, oh, okay. Like, that's what it is. That's what you get. So yeah.
So one of the reasons we invited Bridget is because of her openness and sharing stories on the different social media. So we knew this would be exciting. So thank you again for joining us. So we want to transition now to something else that you started during the pandemic.
Yes.
Is you started your own business. So tell us about it.
I did. So my business is called 38 Charcuterie. So charcuterie is just, the fancy cheese and meat displays and boards and things like that. So I found a board that I wanted to do when I bought my house. I was doing a housewarming / birthday party. So I was like, oh, cool. Like, I want to do this. So after doing that, like, a friend of mine was over and she was really into the idea. So when her birthday came around this past summer, she was like, can you do a charcuterie for me? I'm like, cool, whatever, that's fine. So I did one for her. Then I started looking on Instagram and following different pages and following different hashtags and things like that, and saw people doing charcuterie boxes. So something that I had been interested in doing for months, never really dove into doing it. I'm an ideas person. I'm not really the follow through person. Like, if you need an idea about something, I got you. But if you need me to do it, it might not happen. Like, I can give you all the information in the world, but the action on it might not happen. So fast forward a couple months, my birthday was coming around and I was going to do a brunch, and I was calling my brunch 38. So I turned 38, but I was naming it 38 ATE 8. Well, then, of course, that's when they started saying the COVID numbers were going back up and everybody, should be staying home and not interacting and things like that. So I'm like, oh, I got to cancel my birthday brunch. Like, man, like, okay. So then it dawned on me, like, why don't you go ahead and do a virtual brunch and make brunch boxes for everybody?
Oh, that's cute.
So that's what I did. I went ahead and I was like, okay, change of plan, you guys. Like, we're still going to do this. We're going to do it on Zoom. I have something for you. Pick it up that morning. Come pick up your brunch box that morning. So that was basically the launch of my new business, is as 38 Charcuteries. I did brunch boxes for my friends for my birthday. And so after that, I was like, let me go ahead and just like truly launch this, let people know that I'm doing it. Because I might do something and I'll be very secretive about it, but I'm like, let me actually put myself out there and see what happens. And so now I do brunch boxes, snack boxes, date boxes. I do boards. I do like takeaway boards. I'm in talks to do like a bridal shower later this year. So it's just the opportunity was there, and so I'm trying to capitalize on it.
Okay, good. So your plans are to continue to let it grow and get more.
Ideally, yeah, because it's still fun to me right now. If it stops being fun, then I'm done. But right now, because I have so much control over it, like I set my own time, my own schedule. Like, you really can't force me to do it if I don't want to do it. And I have no problem with saying like this weekend and next weekend, I'm not doing boards. I'm not doing boxes. I'm tired. Like, I want to take a break. So, it's just like, I have so much control that I'm still interested in doing it.
Okay.
So I'm going to continue. Yeah.
So the boards look amazing. Like the boxes
Thank
that
you.
you shared, it looks so good. So for people that's watching, what's your social media handle that they can follow you?
So on Facebook and Instagram, it's 38. Let me get the exact.
And we'll also post it in the comments and the details.
Okay, good. Because Instagram wouldn't let me do it the way I wanted to do it. So they don't let that. You can't have dashes apparently in an Instagram name, only an underscore. So it's 30 THIRTY underscore ATE.charcuterie.co. So 38 charcuterie co. If you just look up hashtag 38 charcuterie, you'll find me because I'm putting that's my hashtag. It's on all my posts now, but 38TE charcuterie for the hashtag, you'll find me.
Okay. And again, we'll get the information and put in the post for people to follow you. You are in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area.
I am. So they are for local pickup only right now. It's a product that's not shelf stable. So, there's no shipping it at this point in time. But if somebody's interested in doing it in their area, then certainly, hit me up, email me, inbox me. And, I'll certainly let you know what I do, where I go, and things of that nature. I've coached someone into doing a board from, a distance because I have nothing to lose. You're not in Milwaukee.
Right. No competition. Yeah.
You're not competition. So go forth and, do your thing.
Okay. Nice.
Right. Great. So thank you again for coming on to the show.
No problem.
Appreciate you. And
thanks for having me.
Each week we name a queen of the week. And so this week we want to recognize you and your boss moves and becoming your own boss and creating your company.
Okay, girl. Okay. Let me let them know today then.
Yes,
I'm the
that's
queen of the week,
right.
honey. Queen of the week, honey.
Yes.
So we so appreciate you. And again, congratulations on everything and for sharing with us your experiences with dating. And again, it's an unusual time, right? But take advantage of this as Lori and I did in launching this show, as Bridget did with her business. So you can do it. And again, we'll put details of Bridget's business in the details section of the show. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share the Coily Crowns. And again, thank you to our new viewers and subscribers. And before we go, we want to remind you to do what, Lori?
Always remember to protect your throne. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh, now y'all know we can't leave without talking about our hair, right? So hold on one second. Let me show you.
That red is nice.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
I tried this ORS Curls Unleashed Color Blast hair wax makeup. I know y'all can't see it. I'll put a little picture up, maybe. I'll try. But basically it's a color Sangria and it's a temporary hair makeup wax. So I don't have to dye my hair or nothing. And it's just temporary and it washes right out. A couple of weeks ago, y'all saw me with the gold color, but it's a different company. I actually prefer this one because there was no flaking.
The gold one?
Yeah, the gold. I like not really the color, but the product itself, because it doesn't have flakes, but I kind of like it.
That red is fly and it is, look at me, fly. I feel so old. Oh, it's for years. But it looks good and it's bright, it's vibrant. That's the word I was looking for. It's vibrant.
Yeah, I just put the color on in my little twist out. So
did you order it or you got it from a hair store?
This one, I got this at Target. This red one at Target. Online, it was hard to find this thing. I guess everybody's been into it. There's a whole bunch of YouTube videos. So I was looking to be like, ooh, okay, I want to try that. So that was mine. But somebody in the next room over there, what's going on over there, Jessica Rabbit?
Really? So I took my twists out and I wanted to try something different. So Lori's a wig person. I've never got into wigs before. So I was like, you know what? Hey, we trying new things in 2021. So I was like, I'm gonna try me a wig, y'all. So I got this
And look
from
at you.
Amazon. It's Outre Neesa 202. And it's in the color S430. And it's different. It's a lot of hair, so I'm getting used to it.
But it's cute.
Thank you. So I'll probably be trying some other new wigs out and seeing how that works. But we are very interested in being brand ambassadors. So hey, if you're watching, you got some products you want us to try and talk about, contact us, thecoilycrowns@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at thecoilycrowns. And you can leave messages here in the comment section. So let us know. We got 42 subscribers. So the word will get out and we hope to continue to expand. So we'll be reaching more people very, very soon. So be sure to share, subscribe, and let everybody else know to come into our queendom and join us on this ride.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.